If we're talking about people who are buying a long time ago, it's usually the same thing every single time. And your story rings so true. And I could tell you like thousands of stories of people who bought property in the 60s, the 50s, the 70s, and think it's a cash cow, think it's a great investment property. And it's really a horrible piece of investment property. No more depreciation. Cash flow is subject to rent control. The appreciation is massive, but the return on the investment no longer makes sense. It's fully amortized, so there's no more loan and equity buildup or write-off, and it just sits there and they manage it. Then insurance goes up because of the fires, or there's something else that happens because the political tenant rights just make things worse, and the electrical has to be redone, and then the soft story requirements, and then the list goes on, Jeremy. But the same story comes out. This is a great piece of investment property. And then when you show them that it really isn't, and that the return is under 1.5%, and it really doesn't pencil well at all. And I talk to them, I go, look, you're 72 years old, you recently retired, so your income has taken a deep dip. Wouldn't it be cool to have supplemental income that made your lifestyle so much easier? So I would say the DST and triple net assets are the exit strategy for these clientele. The triple net, you're still going to have a little bit of management responsibility. The DST, you won't. Yes, it's going to be in somebody else's hand. I see these clientele going into conservative assets. So you're going to stick in the massive multifamily asset that's recently built. And if you're going to go into triple net assets, you're going to go with a company that you truly have confidence in. And we used to think that was the pharmaceutical company, but as we've seen the Rite Aid file bankruptcy, as we've seen a lot of Walgreens and CVS closes, and we've seen COVID revealed office, retail, hospitality is risky as well. We've seen more of our clientele stick with the conservative assets, still double or triple their income because they're making nothing on what they currently have, and go into
Yeah.
something that's going to grow in some markets and just really not have the tenants, the trash, the toilets, the termites, the taxes, all the terrible T's, but an increase in cash flow, the supplemental income they're looking for, no management responsibility, and the estate planning tool that they want so they don't have to worry about that asset in the future, which still gets a step up in basis easy.
If you enjoyed that clip, you're going to love the full length video. This clip comes from an hour and 15-minute recording that I did with James Callejas out in San Francisco, California at IPX 1031 Exchange. If you want to see that whole clip and watch him and I deep dive into everything we could think about for an hour and 15 minutes, here's the link to that full video.